Any questions?
Prabhu, I received a few questions. Can I read, Prabhu?
Okay. You read the question, I'll answer. Okay.
Yes, Prabhu. The first question is, when an activity is considered as Karma Yoga or Bhakti Yoga, what is the difference between Karma Yoga and Bhakti Yoga?
Yeah, very simple. Karma Yoga means we have a desire to do something and then we do it, we offer it to Krishna. Like Yat Karoshi, Yadashnasi, Yat Juhoshi, Tadasi Yat Tapasyaji Kaunteya, Tat Kurushvam Madarpanam. Krishna says, Yat Karoshi, whatever you are doing. Say somebody has a marble shop, he is very happy to do marble business. But then when we are building a temple, he will say that, Prabhu, I would like to give marble worth 10 lakh rupees or 20 lakh rupees. I want to give it to temple. So he's offering a part of his fruits to Krishna, but he will do his business. So he does what he likes, but he will offer the fruits to Lord. That is called Karma Yoga. And Bhakti Yoga means you ask Guru, what do you want me to do for Krishna? Hmm? And then he tells you, do this. And if you do that, that means you are aligning with Lord's will first. And then you are doing it. That is called Bhakti Yoga. Now let me give you Shastric examples. Take Daksha Prajapati. He offered some Hamsa Guhya prayers to Lord Vishnu. And when Vishnu appeared in front of him, Lord Vishnu said, my dear Daksha, fortunately, mm, uh, my requirement is matching with your desires. Like the Lord said. My requirement is that somebody has to become a Prajapati and produce children. That is my requirement because so that all the jivas can get their bodies. And my requirement is matching with your desires. Okay, your desires are matching with. So therefore, good, you can be a Prajapati like the Lord allowed. Because the pure devotees don't do like that. Pure devotees exactly want to know what Lord wants, and only that they will do. That is Bhakti Yoga. So in Karma Yoga, there are two things. One is the work, and another one is the fruits. So let me put it in the chat. This one. Or I can take a sheet of paper and show you. That will be even more clearer for you. Just one sheet I'll open. Word file and then let me write. It will be more easy for you to appreciate. This is what all the jivas suffer from. Uh, well, so you can see this. The attachment to work and attachment to fruits of all the living entities suffer. Now when you say Nishkama Karma, when you say so it is offered to the Supreme Lord. Offered to Supreme. Maybe some people, some Brahmanas may offer to Brahman, some may offer to Brahman, some it's offered to Supreme. The fruits offered. That is Nishkama Karma Yoga. As soon as the word yoga comes, the Lord comes. Nishkama Karma means one is not attached to the uh, fruits of the work. Correct. No? But one is attached to work itself. Now when you say So now let me give an example. Like that a man thinks. So this is called as, so this is examples for this thing. So it's called sakama karma. Correct, no? I like to cook gulab jamun, why? And I can't, I'm attached to service also, making gulab jamun. I'm attached to fruits also. What everybody says, I want appreciation, like that. Now, if you go to Nishkama Karma, what it does, only attached to service, attached to work, but not attached to, that's Nishkama Karma. Now, yeah.
Nishkama Karma Yoga.
Yeah. This is the mode of a devotee, Bhakti Yoga. So, no. So, Krishna is telling about this Sakama Karma and Nishkama Karma, the Nishkama Karma Yoga, then Bhakti Yoga, the different stages. Now, if you see Arjuna, uh, Arjuna was told by Krishna 2.31 to 39, he told him, fight, fight because that is your
Kshatriya.
dharma. I told him. So, and offer your results to me. Then no sin on you, he said. So later, in So this is Bhakti Yoga, correct? No? Sarvadhanan Parityaja, Mamekam Sharanam Braja, Sharanagati, complete Sharanagati. We don't worry about whether I am Brahman, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, whatever Krishna says, I will do. So in this way, so I will. So I'll put it in the thing. Is it clear now?
Yes, Prabhu.
Somebody has a question. Some sound is coming. So I'll put this in the.
Yes, Prabhu, it is clear.
Yeah, I'm putting it in the chat. Also, if they want to take it, they can take it also. Huh? Yeah. There's a question in this thing. Anantavalli, Anantalakshmi Veeravalli Mataji asked, we can focus on Bhagavat Vidhi more or Pancharatmika Vidhi also we have to practice equally. Good question. See, we should know two things. What benefit you get by Bhagavat Vidhi, what benefit you get by Pancharatmika Vidhi. Pancharatmika Vidhi teaches us how not to forget Krishna. And Bhagavad Gita teaches us how to remember Krishna. Because we have two instructions in Padma Purana. Smartavyam satatam Vishnu, vismartavyam najatu chit, sarve vidinishedasyor, etayoreva kinkara. That's a verse, correct? No? So, smartavyam satatam Vishnu, always remember Krishna. That is done by Bhagavad Gita. Shravanam Kirtanam, keep on hearing that, Bhagavad Gita. And vismartavyam najatu chit, never forget Krishna. How Pancharatmika Vidhi helps you, I will tell you. For example, if you are worshipping the deity, a lot of attentiveness is required. Like, you are taking out the fruit of Krishna, inviting him to come and take bhoga. After that, when you open the altar without putting the flute, it becomes seva aparad. So you need to be attentive. Similarly, when you are calling Krishna for prasad, first you should invite Guru, then you invite Srimati Radharani, then you invite Krishna, and then they all come and sit, and then you offer the bhoga to them. And then for Mukha Prakshalanam, at the end, first you should give it to Krishna and send him off for washing hands, and then, because he's the senior most, and then to Srimati Radharani, and then to Prabhupada. Correct? Not then to Guru, like that you will do. So the order is opposite. While coming for prasadam, Krishna should be called last. And for leaving, first Krishna should be sent off first. So these things really, really require attentiveness. I remember when I, as a pujari, would offer bhoga to the Lord and then do the arati. I have experience in GV every Wednesday I used to do. Some mistake will happen here there. So a lot of attentiveness is required. How not to forget Krishna. So, and also we have to be punctual. We have to be clean. By mistake, if we touch any of the holes of the body, like eyes or ears or nose, immediately achaman, we have to do. Achaman patra should be there. Cleanliness, punctuality, and attentiveness, and purity of body, mind, and words, sober behavior. All these things will get better when we do Pancharatmika Vidhi. In fact, Pancharatmika Vidhi will give you Brahminical qualities. And the Brahminical qualities will be a very good springboard for chanting Hare Krishna and going to Vishuddha Sattva. So we can combine both Pancharatmika Vidhi and Bhagavad Vidhi. Thank you. And there's Alchanpu, you can tell them to one by one. You tell, I will answer them. They can ask questions.
Yeah, Kusumangi Radha Mataji, can you please ask your question? You can unmute, Mataji. Okay. Achyuta Anantanand Prabhu.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances.
Prabhu, please tell me.
I am so grateful that you are arranging such kind of offline Bhakti Shastra class, and I express my humble gratitude to all of those who are putting sincere effort into completing this course. And
Our Madhavacharan
some
Prabhu
feedback.
and his team are very powerful because I was speaking all these lectures and recording, but then I didn't have a team at that time to correct the papers, all those things. But Madhavacharan Prabhu is now leading very expertly. He's getting it all done. That's why I offer this course. Yeah. Please tell me, Prabhu.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so my humble request to you to although you are so busy to kindly give us some time for the Bhakti close at least once in a month.
Yes, Prabhu.
Uh, okay. So Prabhu, I just started this course and I have three questions.
Hmm.
In Bhagavad Gita 140, it's mentioned that women are relation to unwanted progeny. So my question is, there is no responsibility of man in this matter of unwanted progeny.
Oh, it comes. He says that when the men, uh, actually, what happens with women? Women physically they are weak. Women, physical body of the woman is weak. Man's body is stronger. You will see when a husband and wife get into a train, a wife will tell the husband, lift the suitcase and put on the top. She will say, she won't be able to lift and put because woman's body is physically weak. Huh? So therefore, if a woman becomes a widow, then there are two, three problems comes. In case she is economically weak, if she seeks help from any man, the man will say, "You ask me any money, I will give you, but you have to be intimate with me," and that kind of problem can come for a woman if she is economically dependent on some man. Or if a woman has to live alone, there is also security danger for her. Huh? Because if she is not old, if she's an old woman, 70, 80, it's different thing. If she's a young woman who is in the 20, 30, 40, she has to live alone. Some unscrupulous man will try to interfere with her life, saying that you are a widow, why don't you marry me or whatever, if they are alone. So they are possibly likely to be exploited. In case a woman also becomes weak, man also becomes weak, then unwanted progeny comes up. Hmm. Man is 100% responsible. It goes without saying because Shastras condemn a man more than woman because man is supposed to be responsible. Uh, because a man is supposed to know dharma and teach dharma to children and even to wife, a family man, he is highly responsible. Shastras don't, in fact, you will see that the punishment for man is more. Women have no punishment. If you see, for example, if a woman sometimes commits a mistake, like Mantara had committed a mistake of polluting Kaikeyi, but our when Bharata returned from the forest, Shatrughna caught her by the hair and Mantara and dragged her to Bharat to punish. Bharat said, "What are you doing, Shatrughna? Actually, she cannot be punished. She's a woman. We cannot, beat her. We cannot do that." So you will see that man is more responsible. Man is held more responsible, surely. And at the same time, although man is responsible, Arjuna is talking about adharmavi bhavat Krishna pradushyanti kulastreya strishu dushtasu varshnaya jayate varna sankaraha. He's saying because when women are generally like a creeper and they need a man who is like a tree. A creeper has to hang around a tree for its shelter. It needs shelter. So if a woman is a widow, she has no proper shelter. She should be either remarried or ideally Prabhupada says a woman should increase her asceticism. She should become so spiritual and she should perform austerities and become thin and she is no more attractive for any man and then she becomes very Krishna conscious and goes back to God. That's the ideal thing. But if a woman is young still, sometimes you see that a woman is married at 24, by 26 husband died and they have no children also. So then that woman needs to be protected and her parents get very old and die. Then there is a widow remarriage sometimes. So therefore, these are all case to case. We have to see the situation. Hmm. It's due to woman's weakness; they are exploited, and it is due to man's adharmic disposition for which he will be punished in hell for breaking the law. Does it make sense, Prabhu?
Yes, Prabhu. Yes, thank you. Prabhu, I have another question that in Bhagavad Gita 139, there's mentioned that eternal family tradition. So
Correct.
I'm not understanding this. What
Actually,
is the eternal family
he
tradition?
is saying it's not eternal. It's used eternal because it's coming in the family line, in the Vamsha. Huh? Kuladharma, he says, because Kuladharma is actually family line. The Dharma, it's not an eternal line, but because it is coming for several generations, like imagine your great great grandfather, then great grandfather, then grandfather, then your father and yourself. Because it is prolonging for a long time, therefore the eternal is used. Just like we say now, Nitya Baddha Jivas are not completely bound all the time, but the time since time immemorial, we say, since a very long time, like that it says. That's why he is using the word. It's actually Kuladharma belongs to that particular family Vamsha only.
Okay. And Prabhu, another thing is that we know that five thing is eternal, that Ishwarji, Pukriti, Karma, and Kal. So here mentioned that karma is not eternal, and other
Yeah.
four things is
Why
eternal.
karma is not eternal? Karma gets dissolved. For example, if I did some pop, -5, -3, -4, -2, -1, 0, karma gets exhausted. If I did some punya, I may go to heaven, kshine punya martyalokam vishanti. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Punya gets exhausted in heaven. Now, both karma, punya, pap, both get exhausted. That is why it's called not eternal.
But Prabhu, when we engage in devotional service, it's not eternal.
No, that is different. That is called Bhakti Sukriti. Bhakti Sukriti is undeletable, undepletable. Once you do Bhakti, 20% of Bhakti, nobody can delete it and nobody can diminish it. That will go with the soul at the time of death. Because that is directly under the custody of Super Soul. Just like computer, sometimes you put a cursor and say delete. It says access denied. It says no. Like that, the Bhakti Sukriti cannot be deleted. That is Bhakti Unmukha Sukriti, we call it. All the Bhakti activities that Punya Papa, when you say, we are talking about mundane Punya, mundane Papa. Like, for example, giving some school uniform to children, or giving some water, or giving some books, or Annadan and things like that, or Chatra, Dharmashala building, that kind of Punya. That Punya gets exhausted. Is that clear? So there's a difference
Yes.
between Bhakti Sukriti versus Bhautik Punya, both of them.
So Prabhu, in terms of devotional service, devotional karma, we can say that it also eternal, right, Prabhu?
Oh, actually, devotional activities are eternal and the karma never gets exhausted. It will always go with the soul. When you become 100%, then you go back to Godhead. That Bhakti Sukriti purification comes. Purvabhyasena tenaiva kriyate hi avusham. Purva janma, whatever you did, that benefit comes in the next life also with you. It goes with the soul only, always. It's never exhausted. That's eternal. Hmm? Yeah, that point is correct. That's it. Thank you. Yes, Master Prabhu.
Yeah, Sarva Sundar Damodar Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Please accept my humble obeisances. So, glory to
Another
Prabhupada.
Prabhu.
Prabhu, I had two questions just now from the points you made. One was regarding the Pancharatrika Vidhi. Like, you mentioned that, you have to be very careful or attentive while doing the services. So, like, what are the consequences in a person's spiritual life, in a devotee's spiritual life, if, like, there are mistakes happening, no? So, and
Actually,
what can be the result?
while serving the deity, if we committed some seva aparad, we committed a mistake, then according to the Pancharatra Pradipa, it says that you should read one chapter of the Bhagavad Gita. Then the seva aparad will be nullified. It is said.
Like every day, you mean like on that day, on a particular day?
On that particular day, you found out that you did a seva aparad. For example, when you are serving, as I told you, you opened the altar without Lord's flute. After half an hour, somebody came and told you, then you put the flute. Then seva aparad has happened that day. And similarly, while serving the Lord, sometimes we commit some mistake. The deity fell, you know, like one devotee was bathing the metal deity of the small Krishna, and that slipped out of his hand and fell down. And then he picked up and said, "Hey Krishna, why are you slipping out of my hand?" He said, And Prabhupada scolded. Prabhupada said, don't blame Krishna for your carelessness. He said. So then it becomes seva aparad. Because I dropped the deity to the ground, then that day I should read the Bhagavad Gita one chapter and then pray to the Lord, please forgive me. I'll be more cautious from tomorrow onwards, like that. Like for example, sometimes we make the plate and give it to the pujari and we go away. And then everything we have given except the bell. Bell is the pujari start the service and he wonders, where is the bell? I don't find it. Or we forget the kerchief, or we forget the water or something.
Yes.
Then because this person who is making this is gone away, then pujari, it becomes difficult. Pujari has to leave the puja and then go to the deity back up and do. So therefore, anybody who commits mistake, they should take it seriously. It's a seva aparad, not a very serious aparad, not a very serious one, but nevertheless, there is some prescribed method of studying one chapter Gita for that purpose.
Okay, Prabhu. Thank you. And one question was, it's like the same thing, the initial points that you were making about the gulab jamun. So can there, like, you were also explaining it from the point of view of giving the marble. So can it be explained in the same way with respect to marble, like, about the business with marble?
Yeah,
So if you
exactly.
can
Both are
explain that.
similar examples. For example, this fellow says, I like to have a marble business, and some fruits of my marble business I will give it to the Lord service. Similarly, there is one devotee who makes very special item like gulab jamun or jalebi or something. He says, this is my favorite, all my life I will do this service. And I cannot appreciate if they change my service. And also, I want all people to praise me and glorify me that I did the service expertly. That means it's attached to both to the service and the fruits both. Correct, no? Then such sakama karmis, they suffer very much because of that sakama karma fruitive mentality that causes yukta karma phalam tektva shanti mapnoti neshtikim ayukta kama karyena phale sakto nibadyate. One who is phale sakto, they become nibadyate. Those that are attached to the fruits, they become bound. So we have to give the fruits in two ways. So let me show one PPT. It will make it very clear for you. The PPT if I show just now recently I made. I have to show you. So I made for one of the. Let me check it whether I can look at it. So I'm not able to look at that. But basically, the giving of the fruits is also the ahankar. For example, if I do some work and I say that, do you know who made the gulab jamun today? And people say, Prabhuji, I don't know. I did it. Then we say, then we become proud, like that. And somebody says, Prabhuji, who made the gulab jamun today? It's like a karak ball. It has become so hard. I had to, my tooth was breaking, to bite that. Who made it, Prabhuji says. Then you become depressed. My Lord, he is calling my gulab jamun as a karak ball, like a cricket ball. So you go home and another 1 week you remember that. People, that means you become depressed and we are subject to lamentation. So attachment to results produces these two things: lamentation and pride. Either pride, if you get good name, we get pride. If you get bad name, we get lamentation. We suffer. Whereas when you are not attached to the fruits, you don't bother about. Then sukha dukha both go away. Somebody may do man, somebody does apaman. Man, apaman, both you leave it. You don't worry. Because apaman also goes along with man. Because you don't want man, apaman also goes away along with that. Correct? No? So you don't worry about the fruits. But you are still attached to service. Someday will come when somebody else does the same service more expertly than us. That time, then the attachment to service also will cause pain. Why they gave the service to somebody I have been doing for last 10 years. Like there was one man in our Pune temple. He was giving Balram Jayanti dress every year. 5 years he gave. Then some devotees complained that Prabhuji, every year he only gives. We are also big family. We want to give for Balram Jayanti. So when we told that man, he was very angry. He said, no. हमारी परिवार की ओर से हमने बलराम जयंती we have done for Balram Jayanti last 5 years. We want to keep it going. Nobody else should be allowed like that. He became very attached to that service. Then devotees told him that Prabhu, you can take another festival instead of Balram Jayanti. Let some other family want to give, let them give. It was very difficult for him to digest. So some people are attached to service, some are attached to service and fruits. This kind of things produces, mental attachment. Sometimes it becomes. One other example I'll tell you. One Swami is coming to Pune in the airport. We wanted only one car. I had fixed one family, but 3 cars came because some wife told their husband, because our Guru Maharaj is coming. We have got a new car. You should bring Maharaj in the car. So three families came. Now, it was very difficult to tackle 3 families. Maharaj asked, I should go in which car? I said, Maharaj, your choice, I said. But Maharaj said, I only follow what President says, he said. So I was President, what to do? Then I told Maharaj, that is the car I fixed for you. And I promised them, please board that car. So Maharaj boarded the car and left. Other 2 families were upset with me. Both the husband and wife came to me. Mataji came in the front and said, Prabhu, we have purchased a new car and we want to take Guru Maharaj in the car. Why you gave it to the other family? I told them, see, that was already fixed. Don't worry. Return to airport, Maharaj will come in your car. I told them. Another Mataji said, for going to program from temple, Maharaj will come in your car. Then they became peaceful. But why I am saying, their competition may be eagerness for seva, or their competition may be based on ahankar also. Because sometimes people take their guru in the car and then later on tell 100 people, they show photos. Maharaj came in our car. Like that people say. Like that. That can become ahankar. Correct now? So therefore, while rendering service, the attitude Krishna gives importance very much. So attachment to work, attachment to results. The Bhakti Yogi transcends both. Neither attachment to any particular thing. I am property of Guru and Krishna. Let them engage me the way they want. I am not attached to anything. Who am I? I am very insignificant. There are many other devotees greater than me. So wherever my Guru and Krishna feels I will perform best, they know better than me. That is Bhakti Yoga. Like for example, Prithu Maharaj, he was told not to do the 100th yajna. Correct, no? It's 100th sacrifice. He agreed. He said, Lord wants me not to do, then I will not do. But Indra was not ready to give up his mischief. He was attached. So it's called Karma Mishra Bhakta. He is not a Shuddha Bhakta, Indra. Then what happened? Our Prithu Maharaj went back to Godhead. But Indra, he was stuck in the world fighting with more and more people, different people. So if somebody is Karma Mishra, the attachment causes pride as well as quarrel as well as lamentation. Is it clear?
Yes, Prabhu. Thank you so much. Yeah. Got it.
Yeah.
Can you ask question? JG KB written, then Shilaji.
Ajaji, Hare Krishna, Radheshyam Prabhu. This is Gopi Krishna here. If you remember me.
Yes, yeah.
Chowpatty Temple, I was with the Krishna Prabhu's congregation.
I remember, yeah, very much.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you very much. After the retirement, now I am settled in Pune, Prabhuji. With all the blessings of Krishna, now I am also running the center here. Prabhuji, one thing that of late, after the retirement, now
you
I
are running in
decided.
which part of Pune you run your center?
Bosri Prabhuji with Jaidev Prabhu.
Very good, very good.
Bosri portion, Moshi I have taken. I am running there in my house itself.
Very good.
Around some 30-35 people have joined with me, Prabhuji. I have 2 questions. In the morning when you are saying about the Archavigraha Puja and all, Prabhuji, in my altar, I have only photographs. So is there any specific process that Mataji has to follow when we are offering the bhog and all? Because we don't have Archavigraha with us.
No problem. Photo of installed deity, if you keep on the altar, it is very much as good as installed deity.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Actually, an installed deity should have a lotus feet also. You have to make sure that full photo is there, not half.
Yeah, full photo, Prabhuji, along with Radha Devi.
That is, it's like doing in the temple. It's very perfect. It is.
Okay,
You can
Prabhuji.
continue keeping them. Perfect.
And second question, Prabhuji, as the current reality, we try to identify. When we try to do the bhakti, every day we feel that we are improving the bhakti itself. But current reality is you feel day by day you are slipping, and still the Shuddha Bhakti is far away from you. And the distance is getting far and far and far. I would like to ask
No,
you to
no, no.
hear from you. So what exactly, where we
Actually,
are, current reality?
it is
Yeah.
Krishna's mercy that he makes the devotee always greedy to advance in spiritual life. Like Ambarish Maharaj, when he was retiring at the age of 60, he called his ministers and said, all these years I have wasted in the palace, being a king. Now I want to retire and go to Vanaprastha ashram and become more serious, he said. And the ministers were looking at each other, what are you saying, my dear king? You are the most serious devotee. Huh? And then Prabhupada says, in that purport, Prabhupada is saying, a millionaire wants to become a billionaire. A billionaire wants to become a zillionaire. A trillionaire want to become a zillionaire. Like the Prabhupada says. So, just as a man who has money is greedy for more and more money, devotees also, even though they are advancing, they are not satisfied with their advancement. They are always thinking how I can advance more. So that mindset is very good. There is no problem with that mindset. At the same time, we can objectively view our progress and see three things whether they are happening or not. Now, when you eat prasad, when you are hungry, when you put in the mouth, the prasad is tasty in the tongue. And then when it reaches the belly, your belly is satisfied. No more hungry. And when it comes, the blood, it turns into blood, you get shakti, to do work. Similarly, three things. When I am getting up early in the morning, when I am doing Mangalarati, when I am chanting, when I am attending the Bhagavatam class, do I do these activities joyfully, happily? It's like tasting prasad. No? Am I joyfully doing it? That's one thing. And then eventually, is it producing satisfaction? Or still I have Trishna, hankering, hankering for name, hankering for fame, hankering for respect, hankering for gross pleasures. So then that is satisfaction, second thing. Third is, am I keeping this knowledge to myself and not doing anything, or am I preaching? If I am preaching to others. So in this way, if you are tasting Krishna consciousness, if you are satisfied and your mental hankerings, like for example, mental hankerings are reduced means you are not interested in TV, you are not interested in movie, you are not interested in politics, you are not interested in talking useless prajalpa talks.
True.
You study Bhagavatam, you relish it, and then you also want to speak it to others. Then you're rightly situated. My Guru Maharaj said once, if a lady is in the kitchen, daily cooking and offering bhoga to Krishna, nobody even knows her. Faithfully she offers to the Lord, chanting her names, and what Guru has given, reading Prabhupada's books in her home. Silently she is doing all her life, she will go back to Godhead. She doesn't have to worry about whether I have reached bhava stage or prema stage, all these things we don't have to worry. If you have faithfully followed Guru's instruction all your life, to take you to prema stage and take you back to Godhead, Krishna will do it.
Okay.
You don't have to worry. Actually, our homework is only till Nishtha only. After Nishtha, the Asakti, the Ruchi and Asakti and Bhava and Prema, those four stages are like a downward slope of a mountain. You have to only climb the upward slope of a mountain. You go from Shraddha, Asavasanga, Bhajana, Kriya, Anartha, Vritti, Nishtha. Once you come to Nishtha, rest of the first 5 stages are called as monkey way. And the next 4 stages are called as cat kitten way. Monkey way means we have to hold on to Lord in the first 5 stages. Next 4 stages, Lord will hold on to us. Like a mother cat picking up a kitten. Like that. So we don't have to worry. But we make sure that we are doing our best. Like, Squirrel did his best. Lord Ram took notice. And Jatayu did his best while fighting with Ravana. And Lord told him, this evening you are going back to Vaikuntha. He told him. Lord told Jatayu. So we have to check, are we giving our best capacity or we are becoming casual devotee?
Correct.
So I will put one PPT. in this, just 1 minute, I'll give you 5 type of sadhakas. It's a very interesting PPT. I made it in US recently. This, if you go through this, you will get idea of 5 type of sadhakas.
Okay.
The first one is called as a sleepwalker. Second is called as a struggler. Third is a determined one. Fourth is protected, and fifth is lotus. So 5 type of sadhakas. So this, going through this PPT will help us to know where are we now and how we can advance further and what to do to advance. So, yeah, here there is some quick question in the chat. Here, Anantavalli Mataji, Anantalakshmi Vairavalli Mataji has asked a question here. Sthitaprajna section indicates Buddhi Yoga and complete surrender to Krishna. Actually, Buddhi Yoga means using our intelligence. And the 2.56 to 2.72, that Sthitaprajna can be a jnani also. Because Krishna concludes that chapter saying, Vihaya kaman yas sarvan pumam sharati nisprakaha nirmamo nirahankara sashantimadi gacchati apuryamanam achala pratishtam samudramapa pravishanti yadvat tadvat kamayam pravishanti sarve sashantimapnoti na kamakami. See, both are about jnani. The last 2 verses. Vihaya kaman yas sarvan, he gives up, abandons all types of material desires. Kumam charati nisprakaha, with no aspirations, expectations, he walks on the surface of the world. Nirmamo, he has no proprietorship. Nirahankara, he is not possessive and he is not having pride. Sashanti madhigachati, he acquires peace, he says. Similarly, like the ocean in which a river is entering and that kind of thing Krishna gives. But at the same time, a jnani can be promoted to a stage of a bhakta after Bahunam Janmanamante Jnanavan Mahaprabhatate. So, Buddhi Yoga means actually using our intelligence to surrender to Krishna. Yes, actually, the complete surrender is taught by Krishna. You will see that what he does, Krishna does. Initially, he doesn't demand complete surrender. He's telling you, you are a Kshatriya, so fight like a Kshatriya, like that he says. 2.31 to 38, Karmakanda section it is. And then later, as you go into the Buddhi Yoga, yes, Buddhi Yoga teaches how one can fix one's Buddhi on Krishna and completely surrender. But the complete surrender, as you go in the further chapters, the 9th chapter, it says, Manmana, Bhavamad Bhakto, Madhyaji, Mam Namaskuru. These are the components of surrender. Mami Veshisi Satyam Tipra Pradjane Priyusume. The first bhakti verse where the sweetness of bhakti is introduced by Krishna is 3.30. That's why Krishna says, Mayi Sarvani Karmani. For me you act. Before that we don't have direct bhakti. Only in the 30th verse he says, Mayi Sarvani Karmani Sanyasya Adhyatma Chitsa Nirashir Nirmamo Bhutva Yudyasva Vigadajvara. That he says. This is the first verse Krishna says that, to me. Of course, in 2.62, what is the Tani Sarvani Samyamya Yukta Asita Mat Paraha Vashaihi Asyendriyani Tasya Prajna Padishtita, he says. But there he says, Mat Paraha, you become my transcendental, 2 things he's saying. Control your senses and engage yourself in me. Whereas in 3.30, more clearly he says, Mayi Sarvani Karmani. All your karma I offer only to me, he says. So, one more question here is that service attitude will purify all the impurities, or else how to purify? So, how to purify? So, when we are, that is why it is said, there are many things we are doing. For example, Yajna Tapashcheva Pavanani Manishina. 3 things purify. So, Yajna, in the Vedic times, they do sacrifice. Indraya Swaha Idam Namama. It's not mine. So, Mamata goes away by that when we perform the Yajna. Similarly, Dan, when we give charity, then our positions become purified. And Tapa, when you do, our senses become purified. In this way, our senses can be purified by engaging in, if you are a devotee, engage in Krishna's service, all your senses, then senses become purified. If one is not a devotee, then one should control the senses by tapasya, brahmacharya, shamanidam, and all those things. And then mind become purified by chanting Hare Krishna. If one is not a devotee, then mind is purified by austerities. The three type austerities: body, mind, and words. Like Manaprasada Saumyatvam, Maunam-atma Vinigraha, Bhava Samchidritya, Thapa Manasamuchite. 17 point, those three verses, 17 point, 14, 15, 16 verses. So, and then intelligence is purified by Shastric study. Ego is purified by humility, tolerance, patience. And like for devotee means you live with devotees and deal with devotees respectfully, ego will be purified. In this way, for purifying everything, Shastras give some method. Yeah. Yes, Prabhu, next question.
One more question is there, Prabhu, in chat. Worshipping with photos and deity worship both are equal if you are attentive?
Yeah. Yeah, if you are attentive, both are equal, yeah. And especially if you have deity photo, which means, say like in Hyderabad, we have Radha Madan Mohan. Pune, we have Radha Madan Chandra. If you have the full size photo, up to the lotus feet, yes, one can worship the photo. Photo of the installed deity is as good as the installed deity, yeah.
One more devotee has raised a question, hand. Silajit, can you please ask question?
Hare Krishna Prabhu, please accept my humble obeisance, Narapan Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I just have a question which is a bit connected with Akita Anantanand Prabhu, where like in Bhagavad Gita, it's mentioned, or in your class I have heard that it's the woman, if the woman gets polluted, then the whole progeny gets polluted. So in
Correct.
Srimad Bhagavatam from fourth canto, in Dhruv Maharaj's descendants, Anga Maharaj had a wife Sunitha. So
Correct.
he had a son Veena.
Right.
So
Now, because
Prabhupada had mentioned.
her father was god of death, her father.
Yes,
So actually, girl gets father's quality, and son gets mother's quality. So yeah, Sunita got her father's quality because he was god of death. So therefore, she also got that impurity, and then her son got mother's quality of Sunita. Correct.
Prabhuji, that this is the scenario. My question is like when persons are there, if one person is predominating, like if the father is very much inclined towards spiritual practices and very much potent in spirituality, then the son or the whoever it is, daughter or son, yeah, they will get the quality of the father, right? This is my understanding, I don't know. So in case
Actually,
of
see, Prabhuji, there are two things. What is this destiny? Just like when you are going in your car in the road, destiny is like a signal. The signal tells you, when it shows red signal, you stop. When it is green, you move. So destiny is like a signal. What is going to come, it will tell you. But how you will act to that, things that come in your way, that is not, that cannot be destined because every jiva has free will. You know that famous verse, Adhishtanam tata karta karanam cha pratakvidam. Krishna says, five factors of action. Say, let me tell you with the car example. Say, the car is Adhishtanam, and you the driver is the soul, your body is like the car, you the driver is the soul, that's one. And then third is the pratak cheshta, that means the efforts you make by applying the brake or applying the clutch or moving the steering wheel, correct now? So those efforts are, that is one factor, plus the instrument itself, like the steering wheel instrument, and the fifth one, and also the fourth one is the road also. Some road may be, it may be like a broken road, it may be, And then the fifth is like the traffic laws, like the traffic police or the government. Similarly, super soul, that's like the super soul. So we have the super soul, we have the jiva, we have the instruments, karanam, like the steering, axle, and brake and clutch. All that is karanam, instruments. The jiva is given the instruments, and the jiva makes endeavors. That endeavors is one factor. And the type of instruments, like in every model car, no matter how you use it, it will go at a certain speed only, correct now? So, therefore, the instrument, here comes, if you are a rash driver, you are likely to be punished. If you are a good driver, so that means you can modify your driving. You have the free will, how you drive. Sometimes when the road is very bad road, Sometimes people keep on cursing bad words. They keep saying road is bad, road is bad. But if you have tolerance, you tolerate the road and go on because you know that there's no alternative. Therefore, tam sthiti kshasva, he says in 2.14. So in this way, the road, the traffic policeman, the instruments, and your own this thing, in this way, and then adhisthana, the car itself. So in this way, Krishna gives nice example and gives multiple factors are there for the outcome of the result. So for example, you are a father and you are very powerfully spiritual influence in the family. Even if a child has a destiny which is not good, but by your spiritual influence, you can lift a child above the destiny also. Like for example, in the 9th canto of Bhagavatam, there is an episode of Prashadra. Prashadra was a prince. He is a cow lover. So one day he was standing with a sword to protect the cows in the night time. It was drizzling and moonlit night. One tiger came from the forest and wanted to enter the barn. So Prashadra threw that sword on the tiger. The tiger ran away to the forest, but then the sword hit the tiger's leg, and then it hit one cow also. Next morning, cow was dead. So the matter went to Brahmanas cried, alas, 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 they cried. They went to Vasishtha and told. Vasishtha, without understanding the full context, because what is this? Prashadra said he is a cow protector. In the name of protecting cow, he has killed a cow. I curse him to become a Shudra. Like that he said. So when the matter went to Prashadra, he said, oh, I have enraged the great souls like Vasishtha. I have to become Shudra in the next life. What I should do? Then he went and joined Brahmachari ashram somewhere in one Gurukula. And whole life he practiced Shuddha Bhakti and went back to God. He never became Shudra. So which means we can, by devotion service, we can transcend the destiny also. Because Krishna says, now, aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami, he says. Like you see, our Sandipani Muni's son had gone to Yamaloka because he did some sin in the previous life, it seems. But then Krishna went and told Yama that put it in my account, and he took him and came and gave back to his guru. So Krishna can cancel our account also. Krishna's power jurisdiction extends everywhere. Yeah. So Madhucharan Prabhu, I can again come next month like this. Now here it is getting late here. I am in the midst of a youth camp and the boys are still waiting. Some of them want to meet me. Yeah, here it is 9 o'clock here in America. Is it all right if I conclude with this today? And anybody else, there was one devotee, Jivana Vittala Prabhu. They can write.
We'll write by email.
I can write an email. I given my email address in the chat. Please take it. Write email. I'll reply and I'll again come next month. Madhucharan Prabhu will check my calendar and fix it. I'll keep coming like this. Okay.
Sure.
So thank you all very much. Vancha kalpataru
Patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namo.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Srila Prabhupada ki
Jai.
Thank you very much, Prabhu.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Madhucharan Prabhu, I have a small request to you.
Yes, Prabhu.
Prabhuji, somehow I missed